we have been practicing sesshin for 7 days. Although we have, in this area, we have nothing to say. But nothing to say does not mean no words. If you could say something in the area of nothing to say, please come up and say something.
Shosan Roshi, I have too many things to say. The great dragon fills the universe with its many coils. It holds the full moon in its teeth. It fills my heart with confusion. How may I vanquish this dragon and stand in the light of the glorious full moon?
When the great dragon appears, there is no moon. When the moon appears, there is no dragon. Dragon and the moon are so intimate friends. If you have self to observe it, there is the moon and the great dragon. When you just see it, there is no great dragon or the moon, and yet you fully appreciate the brightness of the moon and with the great dragon.
I am very deeply grateful. Dr. Roshi, why do we cling to ignorance? The true Dharma is all about us. Why do we create great barriers in our path?
Ignorance is also important. And when you become fully, completely ignorant, that is Dharma itself, Buddha itself.
Thank you very much.
Docho Roshi. Inexorable is the wind, the Han breathing, the beating of the heart. What then is it that keeps a pile of skandhas from making a better effort?
That is that which making effort is not due. Actually, that is Buddha. And when Buddha appeared, there is but one thing which we see at that moment.
Thank you very much. Dr. Roshi, I feel like a two-headed snake. The head where the tail ought to be, all wrapped around itself. One head stands for confusion, one head stands for anxiety. Rolling about in agony in a sea of needles. Off the reflection of a needle, off a needle I catch a glimmer, a reflection of you and Tassajara and your teaching and everyone here. And I bow in gratitude.
I think you got it. You are not amidst of it, but you are one with it.
Dr. Roshi, after this sesshin, I still do not know who I am. Why am I ignorant of my true nature? How can I find out who I really am?
Don't try to find out. You are the one.
Thank you very much. Dr. Roshi, when the skandhas are empty, in what manner is compassion practiced?
Because skandha is empty. We can when skandha found to be empty, then through mercy will appear.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Roshi, if everything is in a state of becoming, what or where is the self that I cling to as being permanent?
Self-clinging, we say, but we don't know that self-clinging itself is also an attachment. When we really cling to something without any idea of good or bad, self-clinging will disappear because there is nothing but the self-clinging. because you become one with the self-clinging, and you cannot see the self-clinging, like you cannot see your nose or eyes.
Dr. Roshi, every question I have sees itself and finds an answer, so no question can remain a question. Would you explain this to me?
No question.
Can remain a question.
Main question.
Can remain a question. Because every question sees itself and it finds an answer. Would you explain this to me?
Question. When question, you have question, and you hear if the question is hearing your own problem, at that time, the realization of question appears, take place. At that time, there is nothing but the realization of the question. Everything disguises themselves in one question. That is the ultimate reality, where there is no question.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Roshi, last winter you told me the most important thing is to find out what is the most important thing. I can't keep up with it. It's too fast. How shall I continue from here?
The most important thing to find out most important thing, or way to find out the most important thing is to accept things as it is without comparing one to the other. That is the most important thing. It means that when you are in kitchen, you should devote yourself completely to the kitchen work without comparing to some other work. That is the most important thing. So, to find out something important for you is not to find out something, some more important thing than to the kitchen work, but to be completely involved in your position is the most important thing. You understand?
Sometimes I don't know what my position is, and I lose my position.
Even though you know your position, but sometimes people will not find out where you are. But that is their problem, not yours. Everyone knows where he is. So let them see where you are.
Thank you very much.
Roshi. How may one become free from inner aggressions against others and have love for them?
Yeah. Aggression. Will you please repeat your question?
How may one become free from inner aggressions that spontaneously arise and have more love for others?
Actually, always, what you have acquired is fully expressed by you, even though you may not know it. So, there's no need for you to think how, and just do things as you want to do, as you are always doing. That is the best way, and don't expect anything more.
Thank you very much.
Roshi. Let me see who I am. To die each moment and to be reborn is the great freedom of the Dharma. I'm like a small fish that swims in and out of the big depth.
Yeah. That's right. I'm grateful that you are making your best effort. You are accepting this Dharma. Of course, it is not easy, but Dharma cannot be so easy. Dharma is the thing to which every one of us have been striving for and will strive for, to know what it is to accept as they are. So it is not only you, but all the patriarch and sages have been striving for it. And you are one of them. And you should be pitiful for the people who do not strive for it, who haven't good chance to realize the necessity of striving for it. To realize the necessity of striving for it is the point to which we are making our best effort. There is no other point to strive for. Since you have realized the necessity of striving for it, you are already one of the patriarchs, and you gained that spirit. Don't think Buddha and patriarchs were quite free from birth and death. They are still striving for it in the name of various sentient beings. That is the most valuable thing, that you realize the necessity of striving for it. The suffering you have is should be everybody's suffering, but perhaps most of them will not realize it, but it should be so. And it was, and it will be the truth with the future Buddha and past Buddha. Thank you very much.
Roshi. What is now?
Now, we are making question and answer. And tomorrow is also now. And past time is also like now. Now includes everything. This now includes you and I and everything.
Thank you very much. Dr. Roshi, time of birth is someone unsure of being born?
Time of this birth. And
is someone unsure of being born?
Someone if someone excuse me.
Is someone unsure of being born?
Mm-hmm. Even though you are not sure that you are born, you are right here, and it is not a matter of sure or not so sure, and to be sure or not to be sure is not a problem. Even though you are not sure you are here. So don't think whether you are quite sure or not.
Dr. Roshi, after some effort we can be free of opinions, and after some more effort we can even be free from thoughts for a while. But there still seems to remain a viewpoint, which is like a window through which we perceive the world. How can we break through our viewpoint, which seems to separate us from one another?
Separate from one to the other. At that time, separation itself separation, even though you think separation is there, but actually that is another understanding of one unity. So actually there is no separation, because when you think one is separated from the other, that understanding itself is perfect understanding of unity. Like this, plant. This is flower, this is leaves. And it looks like two different things, but actually one. So, separation, when you think about it, there is separation. But that separation exists only in your mind. Actually, everything is one. And when you feel some separation, that feeling makes your idea or feeling of unity strong. with your friend, you will not feel the unity so strong. But when you think you are separated, the feeling of unity will be stronger. Anyway, there is no separation.
Roshi, when you say that form is form and emptiness is emptiness, and that form is emptiness and emptiness is form, I don't understand. Would you please tell me? Is my hand form or emptiness? Is the space between us form or emptiness? Is form emptiness because it changes? And how can emptiness be form?
Form and emptiness is emptiness is something you cannot see. Form is something you can see.
That's all.
But something you can see and something you cannot see is one thing. Here's one thing. Here's something, which you don't know. Which you don't know. But if there's nothing, nothing comes out, from vacuity, because there's something appears. As flower appears from the earth. Because there's earth, the flower appears. Because there's some great being, everything appears from it. But that something is so big that we don't know what it is. That's all. Even though we don't know what it is, something exists as a good of something. That is emptiness. And what you see is something, form. And while we say form is emptiness and emptiness is form, form is form, emptiness is emptiness, is because of because we want to help you by this, help you understanding in 4 ways. but actually it is one truth. It is maybe pretty difficult to explain it in one word. Maybe this is the only way.
Thank you. Dr. Roshi, if I should learn to accept things as they are, how can I get rid of my greed and my laziness and my self-clinging?
To get out of self-clinging, it's to accept self-clinging. You should, if you know that it is hard to get out of self-clinging, that is how you get out of. That is actually when you accept your self-clinging, that is not self-clinging in its usual sense anymore. So, to know yourself is how you get out of self-clinging. So, you practice very hard for 7 days and you have realized who you are, and you understood you. How it is difficult to sit for you, or how it is difficult for you to get out of self-clinging. That is actually how you get out of self-clinging.
I'm very grateful for your deep compassion and your encouragement. Thank you very much.
Dosho Roshi, I'm finally learning that there are two sides to everything, good and bad and black and white. And I find that many of us think that the study of Zen Buddhism is good. And I wanted to ask you if you thought, since I'm trying to see two sides or many sides to everything, is there a bad side too?
Yeah, you should see bad sides.
I wanted to ask you what it is.
Bad side. Sometimes, most of the time, you will see bad side only. But when you say bad side, you have good side. Or else you cannot say bad side. So, to know bad side is also good, But if you think, if you do not like, if you do not care for bad side, or if you hate bad side, that is not so good. To know, good and bad is good, but to discriminate. Discrimination is not subtle.
I don't understand.
Yeah. Maybe because because you think everything should be good, so you do not want to see bad side. Everything should be good, but when you see everything with small mind or ego-centered mind, then you want everything should be beautiful and good. That is a kind of ego-centered idea. You should realize this point. So, to care for only good things is not so good, because that is some ego-centered idea, a kind of ego-centered idea. When, there's two versions of one reality, good and bad, bright and dark. So, whatever you say, the people say, or you say, the thing itself is the same, even though you do not like snake, snake doesn't change. Snake is snake. Even though you like flower, flower doesn't change. So the only way is to make some other version of it. That is only way. Thing itself is not good or bad. It is absolutely realization of Buddha himself. But you say good or bad, that's all.
Thank you very much. Teacher Roshi, I recently came upon this quotation from Dag Hammarskjöld. It is, maturity is, among other things, to no longer hide one's strength out of fear and consequently to live below one's best. If I could live alone in the woods, with only the trees and the sky and the birds and the animals, there would be no need to hide. What is this fear, and how can I learn to go beyond it?
The only way maybe is to know yourself so that you can know others too. And everyone is the same. There's no difference between sage and common people. They are the same. You think after you train 7 days, you may be some different person. It is not so. You will know yourself And when you have some confidence in you, you will see others, without any fear of seeing someone's fault, or someone's big fight. Because you have no confidence in you, you will be afraid of seeing someone's fault or someone's mistake or point.
Why am I afraid of people seeing me?
Seeing you?
Seeing my weak points and judging me?
Because they do not know themselves. So that is not your fault. Their fault. So you should be so much concerned about what they may say.
Thank you very much. Dr. Roshi, your voice is voice of han, drum, and bell.
My voice?
Your voice.
Maybe so. Not much difference.
Thank you very much.
Dosho Roshi, my mind and body are suffering because of conflicts, of striving. You speak of striving, of our best effort, making our best effort, but it is also said that only when we cease striving will we change. Please explain.
When you think you are striving for something, that is one understanding. And when you think Buddha is striving in terms of you and others or conflict, there may be two versions of one activity of striving. One is a true conflict. The other is more organized, more real understanding, in which our idea of self is less involved. As long as it is our understanding, some idea of self already involved. But comparatively speaking, the second understanding is better, but not perfect enough. When you are completely involved in this kind of conflict as your own, or as a Buddha's conflict, I mean as your own. When I say as your own, I mean not anyone's conflict, your own conflict, your own conflict, or Buddha's conflict. When you understand in that way, and when you completely involved in this kind of effort, that is not conflict in its usual sense, which will in which you lose yourself. So, the conflict itself is, when you understand conflict itself is necessary, then that is not anymore conflict.
When you say conflict, conflict with striving to succeed? To succeed or to have better understanding of it. To succeed, we say that is very, uncertain. But better understanding. Things is always going on. So, with better understanding, you follow the reality. Then that will be the success in life. But succeed in serving. I don't want to use that kind of words because it is very self-centered way of expression.
Thank you very much. Docho Roshi. When the son of the king, Siddhartha Gautama, had lived for 6 years without a home as an ascetic, in pain and hunger and cold, he took his final seat beneath the Bodhi tree and vowed that until his eyes had been opened to the true Dharma, he would not stand up. At that moment, what was his understanding of non-attainment?
Non-attainment, as he said, it is wonderful for everything to have Buddha nature. No, that is non-attainment. Everything has Buddha nature, as he has. And Buddha nature was no special realization of Buddha nature. It is not any special event for him. But for Buddha, for Siddhartha, who has been striving for getting out of it, would be the wonderful experience. But originally, there is nothing to attain. And this no attainment was realized by Buddha.
For 7 days, I have been just sitting without trying to either do anything or not do anything. And for all that time, my mind is rattled on, just as it is now, with only a few moments occasionally of peace. And this has been going on for many years in innumerable sesshin. Why should I continue?
Maybe first, when you do not sit, you think you are doing everything pretty well. But actually, it is not so. It was not so. You found out yourself in sitting. That is real you. If so, what you will do, what you should do, is your question. But another thing you should know is, even though you are not sitting, you are in that way. You are just, fooling yourself only. I'm sorry. And fooling others too. So, it is very valuable thing that you found out yourself. If you find out yourself, if you realize yourself, and if you extend that realization to your everyday life, that is how you, that is the way we should be.
Can you tell me how to grasp this extension? Can you tell me how to extend my understanding of myself to my everyday behavior?
Everyday behavior, maybe fire, to stop everything.
To stop everything?
And wait until you have, you really feel you want to do something. Wait. Maybe, in other words, maybe better to continue your this kind of practice more. That is, I think, your way. You are not too late.
The answer to the many years of sitting is that there's simply not enough, and what is needed is more.
Not enough.
Is that correct?
Yeah, not enough. Why I say not enough is you have some more parallel or some other things you have in your mind. You did not limit your practice. So I think for you, best thing for you is just to sit.
Does that mean without effort, Roshi?
Mm-hmm.
Just sitting without effort, without trying to stop the fantasy?
No, without stopping, giving up practice. Whatever happens in your mind, that's all right. Just sit.
Will it ever stop?
It will not stop, but you will accept it.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Roshi, you and I have answered all my questions except this one. Why do we kill vegetables but not animals?
Oh, you are killing yourself too. Why do you shave?
Thank you very much.
Dr. Roshi?
How can I learn to stop making the same mistakes over and over and falling into the same traps over and over, even though I see them coming?
Perhaps you cannot stop it. You shouldn't think that it's possible. That is not possible. Then, if that is not possible, what will be your way? What will be the next question?
Thank you very much.
Dr. Roshi, why is there so much suffering?
There's no reason why.
Thank you very much. Dr. Roshi,
I think things keep moving, and we move on with them, and we find ourselves. So we keep finding ourselves there. But I also have a feeling always that there's one more thing. That I'm always on the other side of something. Can you explain that? What is, because we move along with things, but I also have an individual responsibility. What is my final responsibility? What's my greatest responsibility?
Final responsibility.
My ultimate responsibility.
If you lose your one eye, what will you do? If you lose two eyes, what will you do? If you lose your ears, what will you do? Still, you have responsibility. Even though you have no legs to walk, you have your responsibility for your body. No one can help you in those things. Even though people help you, you have to accept. You have to manage your suffering in your body.
Will that always be there? That feeling that there's always one thing I can't do. There's one thing that's always beyond me, one step that's beyond me.
So, what I'm saying is, instead of saying, what is my responsibility? Your responsibility changes. Whether you are healthy or not, and where you are, and the relationship to others, your responsibility changes. So, to do what you should do in that moment is the way to fulfill your responsibility.
Roshi, will I always have a responsibility that's beyond myself? Yeah.
Yes, or else we don't exist. Responsibility, we say, but that is actually the relationship, actual relationship we have to others. So it is not, I don't mean you should do something, or you should fulfill such and such thing. But you should keep good relationship to others. That is our responsibility.
Dr. Roshi, what is my ego?
Ego. There's actually no ego. But when you want to survive, the feeling you have, the feeling you feel as if you have some ego. That's all. It's another interpretation of your feeling. So, if you feel that is big ego, then that is not anymore small ego or self. That is one of the many ways of feeling one desire to survive.
Could you say it once more, please?
When you want to eat, it means that it looks like you have ego. But that is actually you want to support yourself. So this kind of eating, just eat, will be understood various ways. That is greed, maybe. Someone may say that is greed, but it may be greed for you. But greed is desire for you. But it is not only so. To eat something is to support yourself, and to support yourself is to have energy to do something for others. So in this way, one desire will be extended to some other desire to work. So it is not just greed. But if you understand that is greed. But one of the many understanding of one Buddha nature. So there's actually no self, or no evil desire.
My question is, what is my ego? My ego is a desire to survive.
Yeah. Who survive? Buddha survive. Not you.
How does this ego relate to the fear of no nose, no ears, no eyes, no world of eyes?
Ego. No eyes means it is Buddha's eyes, Buddha's ears, not yours. Because no such thing as you. It is tentative form of emptiness. So no ears.
Thank you very much.
Shaving cream!
What did you say? I couldn't understand you, but I understood you. I felt your feeling.
Dr. Roshi,
Hey.
when the mountain is colored orange gold of the setting sun and pale blue, where goes the middle way?
Middle way?
Yeah.
Middle way. That, when you appreciate how mountain changes, that is middle way. Without saying this is gold, this side is gold, the other side is purple. But just appreciate the sight of the mountain is middle way.
Roshi. Crickets.
And
Thank you very much.
Roshi, last year's seed, this year's flower.
excuse me. I'm sorry. Oh.
Last year's seed, this year's flower. Been going along this way for a long time now. And I can't think of any other place to be but here. What next?
What next? What next will be see again.
Thank you very much.
We say when drum is striking in Korea, the dance will be going in China. All of you expressed your true nature for it. Although I said in this area nothing to say, and although we have been practicing our way in silence, from this silence all those flowers came out. This is how our way will flourish. In this sesshin, anyway, we tried just to sit, whether or not we know what it is and what will result. But actually, many flowers and fruits came out from our practice. When Nangak said to the patriarch, the sixth patriarch, I understand your question given by you 6 years ago, 8 years ago. Who are you? And whatever I say, that will not be right. That was my answer. to the old question you gave me 8 years ago. The sixth text said, if so, is there any need to practice? Or is there any need to attain enlightenment when whatever you say, it is not right, or it is right? At that time, the non-act continued, but although there is enlightenment and practice, you should not cling to one of the two, enlightenment or practice. Actually, when you practice our way, there is already flowers and fruits as you sow and as you did. So in its true practice, there is enlightenment. So we should not say this is practice or this is enlightenment. Enlightenment and practice and enlightenment, seed and flower, flower and seed. Seed already has flower, flower already has seed. So to know what kind of difficulties we have in Zazen, to know what kind of difficulty in our life is to have renunciation, to understand our perfect original nature. I'm so grateful that you could practice for 7 days without any idea of attainment. But you will be amazed that you have seen in our question and answer right now. Thank you.